Welcome, everybody, to a lovely edition of Frenzy Talk, episode 15 of Frenzy Talk. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie Rose, and this is my other host, Tim Cole, the coach, the
What's up,
legend.
everybody? How's it going? Fresh off the picks edition, we go into the talk session of our show. And you'll notice I don't have to hold up the camera phone to see Jamie because he is in the picture window right there. So
Yes.
we discovered something new tonight, folks.
Just a little quick tidbit for you guys for next week's sheets. Next week we will have two UFC fights for you guys. I already have them on here. We have Stipe Maia versus Junior Dos Santos, and then we have Frankie Edgar and Yar Rodriguez. So those will be on next week's sheet. So some UFC. We always try to jump in, touch a little bit onto everything there. So
I think we just lost the live feed. Let me see if I can get it back.
I see that.
Good thing we had the talk part of the show done.
Yes. Or the picks part.
Picks part. We'll go back here on the... Get you guys queued back up for the... Here we go. Start live video.
One sec. I'll get back on there in one sec. Oh, and that's the sound.
Hey, Frenzy Talk Nation. We are back for the, this has never happened to us before. We got cut off, apparently. So, I've got to get you guys back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on with the Facebook Live part of the show. But we're going to get Jamie back here in a second, and we'll finish up our, hey, there he is. Jamie Rose has joined. Let's ask him to join us live. Invite to the broadcast.
I'm waiting.
The invite has been sent.
Ah, there I am.
He's back.
Yeah, I am. Like we reported earlier, the Tigers are on a rain delay or a cancellation for tonight, so no Tigers tonight. 6 years ago today, the voice of the Tigers passed away, Ernie Harwell there, so we miss him. Tim reported on this earlier. Tony Parker will miss the remainder of the 2017 NBA playoffs due to a ruptured left quadricep tendon, actually. Ruptured. NXT Women's Champion Asuka last night on NXT. They were having a women's battle royale, and she came out and attacked, oh boy, if I can remember them all. 3 girls, Ember Moon, Sanity's girl there, and Ruby Riott. And so now William Regal has said, hey, NXT TakeOver Chicago. I didn't even know the next one was in Chicago. It'll be a fatal 4-way match. So I'm wondering if she's going to lose it, because I figure that's the only way she's legitimately going to lose the title is in a situation where, you know, she gets knocked out of the ring and then somebody gets knocked out and gets pinned.
Right.
The Griffins won last night, 4-1, as we said earlier. We won't talk about that one. Also, the Walleye won last night 3-2 against the Fort Wayne Comets.
Stop.
Retired Tony Romo's next pursuit will be, sounds like golf. He's trying to qualify for the U.S. Open in golf.
He's actually also been signed by one of the networks already. He's going to be an announcer or something next year.
Bad news for Spartan fans. According to MLive.com, Kyle's Austin, some of the players are in some legal trouble. The Kentucky Derby field this year will include a one-eyed horse named Patch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was shocked to see that because usually the Kentucky Derby horses have to be the, top of the line, perfect horses. But apparently this year one of them has a one-eyed horse, which is awesome. I should know this when the Kentucky Derby is, but I can never remember when it is. It just kind of, all of a sudden one Saturday you turn on the TV and it's like, oh, that's when the Kentucky Derby is. Oh, it's Saturday, May 6th, so it's this Saturday. So yes, the Kentucky Derby is this Saturday. That tells you how much I pay attention to the Kentucky Derby. Oakland Athletics prospect Casey Thomas unexpectedly dies at 24. Wow. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. The New York Yankees played before their smallest crowd in 13 years. 25,566 fans is good for some teams, but low for the New York Yankees. Ex-Chief Jamal Charles agrees to a one-year deal with the Broncos. I posted this earlier this week. Have you noticed with ESPN how much they cover Westbrook there, Russell Westbrook from Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
It feels like every time I turn on ESPN, they're covering something about this guy. And I posted this thing. When have you ever heard of ESPN posting about a guy, a player, and all the caption is eligible for a 5-year, $217 million Supermax. They're saying what his eligible contract is for, not even what his contract is. That's his eligible contract. I jokingly post on their ESPN post way too much about this guy. Feels like they tell us how many times he sneezes in a day. Sean Waltman arrested on Saturday morning. You may know him better as X-Pac.
He came up missing first. I haven't read that article yet. What the heck happened?
It's the weirdest thing ever. Friends and family could not get a hold of him, so they were kind of starting to get worried that he was missing. Apparently then he was trying to leave the country, and now he's been arrested for, we'll just say, drugs. Different drugs.
So he was trying. He knew he was going to get busted for something, so he was trying to keep a low profile and get out of here.
That's my guess is what was going on.
This is not the first time that X-Pac has been into trouble, folks.
Yeah. Yep. So it's not looking good for X-Pac.
In fact, yeah, he wanted to be by X-Pac since WWE owns that.
Yeah. Sean Wiltman.
3 Kid. I can remember so long ago that he was an awesome dude. 1, 2, 3 Kid. He was introduced as the 1, 2, 3 Kid. That was awesome. He was amazing. His life has taken a hard road. In fact, he was, at one point, he was dating China.
Mm-hmm. He was, yep. Billy Corgan reportedly purchases NWA.
This is huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
The rock and roller and former TNA president could be getting back in the wrestling business after buying the well-known brand.
Considering, according to that article, that really hasn't existed as a wrestling company in a while. They've just been like selling their name rights to people to use. In fact, TNA at one time, the TNA titles were that company at one time. And so it was a lawyer or somebody that actually owned the rights to it. So it would be interesting. I would love to see Billy Corgan get we need more competition out there again. And
raise especially from that last the last pay-per-view, the Payback pay-per-view. I don't think we ever graded it. What would you give it? 1 out of 10. 10 being the best ever, 1 being the worst.
I wasn't that impressed with it at all.
I would agree.
I wouldn't even give it a 5. It's going to be lower than that.
I was going to say I'd give it about a 3. It was not that great of a pay-per-view.
It didn't have me glued to my seat. There was nothing there that I was just like, I got to watch every glimpse of it or I'm going to miss something.
Yep. Well, and I don't know if it always seems that way after WrestleMania. I don't know if it's, you watch WrestleMania and it's like this huge, enormous thing, and your standards are up here, and then all of a sudden here comes Payback or whatever they want to call it after WrestleMania, and it's like down here. And I don't know if it's just that letdown
it's all hyped up. I haven't even been impressed with Raw and SmackDown. I was switching back and forth between the Tiger games between Raw and SmackDown were on this week.
Golden State Warriors not expecting Steve Kerr to return for the remainder of the playoffs. Mike Brown has taken over Kerr's absence and might continue to do so for the rest of the postseason. I think he's been dealing with back issues. Pittsburgh Penguins captain Crosby was knocked out by a cross-check to the head. So I'm sure he had a concussion there. So trying to think what else. Did we really do Frenzy? Well, we did Frenzy Talk on the recap show a little bit. So I think that's about all I have for you guys.
Whoa. LeVar Ball debuts shoe line. Main pair of shoes that cost $495.
Well, hey, there you go,
but you
Tim.
Can get the slides for $220.
Will the budget cover a pair for us?
Yeah. If you want his shoes, it's not going to be cheap, it says. Wow. That's insane. Who would pay that much for a pair of shoes?
Some people would.
Posting it to the page right now.
And exciting news, like I said earlier, we added a whole bunch of new members to the Facebook Live page, or the Facebook page. We're up to 167 members. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. I was trying to look and see if I had anything else here real quick on the Frenzy page. Nothing is popping out at me, so.
And that's how it works sometimes, though, with Frenzy Talk, is it depends. Sometimes we can go for, 45 minutes. Other weeks, it's been kind of a quiet week, I would say. Not a lot going on in the sports world.
Yeah, nope, I'm not seeing a whole lot more stuff right now. So I guess that's all we have for you this week, guys. So get out there and watch some sports. Enjoy your weekend. It looks like we might be stuck in the house or something, or you might want to get out and do some rowing or
get your kayaks, your boats ready. Yep.
That's right. Yep, you might need them to get to work on Monday.
Could happen.
So everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie.
And we will talk to you guys again real soon.
And as always, go blue.
Go blue.